Good morning, friends. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Kaelyn. I am a second-year PhD student in History and African American Studies at Yale. And today is day 2 of Project 50. If you saw my last vlog, then you know that I'm doing a little bit of a challenge to focus on developing some better habits. And so I did not want to get out of bed this morning. However, because I am working on the challenge, I made myself get up. I did a little yoga class. It was a 20-minute yoga flow from Peloton, and I just threw it up on my TV and did it in my apartment. I was feeling really sore after yesterday. At least my hamstrings are feeling a little sore, so I decided it was time to do a little bit of stretching, and then I'll do I think a Peloton ride tomorrow, but we'll see. Very happy that I made myself do it because I was contemplating with myself. I was like, well, maybe you could just go on a longer walk with Moo today. And I'm glad that I actually made myself do one of the classes because I feel much better afterward. And now I am ready to get the day started. I have my standard latte in hand. I'm gonna go ahead and just make up a quick little breakfast, and then I'm gonna sit down at my computer. I have to blitz through some admin related stuff for accepted consulting, get the slide deck prepared for the accepted society meetings later this afternoon, and then move on to my comprehensive exam reading. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get the day started. Good morning.
Hey. How are you?
I am good. I have a ton of work to do, so I figured I would come hang out, join your workshop today.
It's nice to see you before the workshop starts. We haven't actually hung out in ages.
I know, we need to. Hello. I completely forgot that I had a camera and was vlogging today. I somehow managed to leave my camera off to the side while I was hanging out with Katie and then starting the accountability workshop, and I left my camera running for 30 minutes and it was on this entire time. I honestly don't know how the battery is still running. But now I am with my dear friend and business partner, Danielle, and we are just prepping the slide deck for the team meeting today. We're working on some new marketing plans for accepted society and pulling together some advertisements, informational videos, blah, blah, blah. And we're trying to get the Accepted Society YouTube channel up and running. So go ahead and subscribe to that because we're gonna try to be posting content over there. Danielle and I have some fun plans for it. We're still trying to figure out what they actually are, but stick around and find out. But we are just working on the slide deck before the team meeting today, so that way we can have everything organized and so we can manage to get everything said that we need to say, because apparently every single time we have a meeting, we run over time, and Danielle's dancing in the background currently, and we run over time, and then we run out of all the things that we meant to say, and then afterward, Danielle and I are FaceTiming each other like, oh shoot, we should have said this, or we forgot to do this. So that will not be happening today. We were gonna do all of it. I'm probably jinxing myself, but we're gonna go ahead and work on the slide deck and then check in a bit.
I know.
Like, how do we make it so that way it's just us chatting casually, but make it enough centered that it makes sense under the Accepted Society umbrella?
Like, we almost need a title that, like, screams academic and not at the same time, so I knew if we just get talked.
love her. so much.
Kaelyn, look at these backgrounds that we're creating that are gonna be so aesthetically pleasing, both of ours.
I know. Oh, Friday the 8th. Oh God. Oh God, it's my advisor's other student.
Wait, what?
I was supposed to give a comment on my advisor's other student's paper.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna let Katie in while you're freaking out.
I look like a tomato.
Kaelyn's freaking out currently. What about?
I'm not smart enough or prepared enough for this. I'm not needing a pep talk, I'm just talking to myself.
I didn't think you needed one right now. I think instead you just need to freak out.
All right, so our member numbers are still in flux as we're waiting until the beginning of next month or even the middle of next month in order to get the real numbers. We have done quite well since last week. I was a little concerned that with all the technical difficulties, we were gonna have quite a big dip, but luckily it seems to have stabilized.
Everything else is doing great. Our Reels reach is fantastic. Our post reach is also gaining some traction. I think that has to do with posting a little bit more of the informative side of content.
Okay, so in April, Mel is out because of Ramadan, and so we wanted to see about filling this spot on Thursday, and then let's move on to member experience with Danielle. Many hours later, had the all hands meeting. I ran the accountability workshop. I've been working on these stupid budget sheets for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours, but I am finally getting somewhere. I just needed to reconcile a bunch of things and look over all the expenses and how much it costs to run a business. People talk about the income from businesses. They don't talk about how much it costs to actually keep them running. I am working on these sheets and realizing how much I have spent on software in the past year. But all good things, the businesses have grown exponentially and I am so proud of them, but it is a whole boatload of work. I got a bit of my work done for the PhD. I did some grant related research and things. There is a grant at the Lewis Walpole Library, and I am just looking into if it's even possible for me to apply and whether or not they actually have archives or documents that would be useful. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up for the night. It's about 10:30 right now, and I'm trying to go to bed a bit early because I need to be well rested in order to get up in the morning and feel like I can be a productive member of society. And I did not take a nap today, and I can definitely feel the exhaustion setting in. So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up for tonight. See you all in the morning. I have gone ahead and moved my little full-length mirror so that way I'm not backlit, but I have finished my workout. It went really well and I'm a little sore, but it felt good to get that done. Took a shower and made up a quick breakfast. Now I'm about to head to the library. I have on some blue leggings from Lululemon, have on my Cole Haan sneakers, Lululemon long sleeve shirt, and my Aritzia Super Puff, and then I've got my Blackwell's tote bag and my Jules backpack. I get questions about the backpack all the time. I'm so sorry guys. It was sold like 3 years ago and it was actually on the clearance rack when I bought it, so it's not available anymore, but I will have some alternatives in the description box because I did a little bit of research. But I'm gonna head over to the library and take you along with me. today's reading session, I was working on my comprehensive exam readings, including Roll Jordan Roll by Eugene Genovese. Genovese is particularly interested in this concept of paternalism within the system of enslavement, whereby an enslaver is reliant on their enslaved population for their labor, and the enslaved are reliant on the master or the enslaver as a father figure. Now, as you might already guess, this is problematic on several levels. Genovese's thesis primarily focuses on the concept of physical labor and the exchange of physical labor, therefore, for protection. However, as someone very interested in the gender economy of early America, I think that there is a lack of discussion around sexual and reproductive labor within his work. However, beyond my own quandaries into the work of Genovese, I also have to consider when this was published. This book was published in 1972, in which case I need to also think about what work this particular book is looking to contribute to, what sources are used, and what discourse it's looking to engage in. One thing I took note of in terms of his use of sources was his discussion about statutes from the southern states in the 19th century. Here, Genovese asks what role law plays within the actions and discipline of enslaved people and their enslavers, as well as how their actions also impact the law and the way that jurisprudence is carried out within individual cases. As I read, I annotate in the margins of my books, as well as take note of the primary arguments, how sources are used, and the methods of analysis, as well as connecting this to my own research. As I prepare for comprehensive exams, I'm also looking forward to my dissertation to think about what these books have to say about my own research topic. As a want-to-be gender and legal historian, I'm very interested in the way that law interacts with concepts of gender, as well as how matrilineal descent and inheritance within property law has an impact on the law of slavery. Though my own research interests focus primarily on the 17th and 18th centuries, work by Genovese and other scholars within the field of African American history are important to look back upon in order to see what sources they were using, as well as what arguments have come to be within the field of history itself. After working in the library for a couple of hours, it's time to head home for a change of scenery and get started with Erica Dunbar's Never Caught. This is a biographical work about the life of Ona Judge, who was enslaved by Martha and George Washington throughout her lifetime and who fled while he was the President of the United States. Like the other texts that I'm reading for my comprehensive exams, this one was very easy to get through because biographies tend to be a little bit more novelistic in the way that they are written, and the writing style is often a lot easier to get through. It is now dinner time. I went ahead and tried something a little bit different. I put down spinach, rice, the shawarma chicken from Trader Joe's. I made homemade baba ganoush, and then I topped it with store-bought tzatziki, cherry tomatoes, and some parsley. I'm interested to see how this is gonna be because I think I need to try the baba ganoush again and maybe like have Ash come over because I don't think I cooked the eggplant for long enough, but I'm hoping it'll taste good. I take it back, this was excellent. I could have cooked the eggplant a little bit longer. I think it could be a bit softer. It's still a bit rubbery, but it tastes excellent. Flavors 10 out of 10. And I have been challenging myself to create new recipes both with Project 50 as well as in general this year. I just want to cook more at home. I had a massive Chipotle craving right before it was around dinner time and I had to level with myself. I really wanted to just go get food and make it easy on myself, but I'm glad that I pushed through and actually made dinner myself because I feel really accomplished. And afterward, I'm gonna make up some cookie dough so that way I can cook up some cookies. Then Danielle and I are gonna go live together on YouTube for a little bit, get some work done. I'm gonna finish up my budget sheets, do a bit more reading for comps and all of that. So happy about that, but I'm gonna go ahead and eat my dinner, keep watching some vlogs on YouTube, and see what we managed to get done.
Yes? Do you want breakfast? Yes? Sit. Stay. Go eat it.
Friday. I was supposed to film yesterday and was very bad about it, so I am getting going this morning. I got some work done, I filmed a YouTube video, and now I'm gonna go ahead and head over to campus. I'm gonna go get some reading done, and I thought about bringing my filming equipment and just seeing if there's any possibility that I could do a live stream from the library. I think it's possible, but I just need to make sure that there's like no one around, because I think that live streamers that do the library live streams probably have a more inconspicuous setup, but my camera is huge, and so it is very noticeable if I am filming. But I'm gonna go ahead and head over there and see what it is that I can manage. I have a lot of reading I need to get done, so I figured that this is the time to go get things sorted. So I'm gonna go ahead and head on over there, pack up my bag, and I will take you along with me. Back again with another library study session. Today I was working on comprehensive exam readings yet again, but this time I was working on Winthrop Jordan's White Over Black. There's something weirdly special to me about this book. White Over Black was one of the books that I cited in my dissertation multiple times when I was at Oxford, and it's also a book that I discussed when I was in my interview to apply to Yale. Winthrop Jordan essentially argues through multiple chapters that the evolution of slavery also brought about the evolution of whiteness and blackness. While us in the 21st century may see this as self-evident, Winthrop Jordan traces the evolution of interactions between white and black people and the evolution of labor systems within the Atlantic world in order to support his argument, which is one of the most important things about his contributions to the field. And this is why I find the work of historians so interesting. It's not just about telling a story, but it's about how you tell the story and the use of sources in order to support your arguments. I am now settled in for the night watching episode 3 of Bridgerton, and I am having the grandest time getting through it. We are gonna debrief with the Accepted Society group on Monday during the workshop, so I'm excited to see what everybody thinks. I'm really enjoying this season. I just really love the show. So I'm gonna go ahead and end off the vlog here because I honestly just want to start editing it. I'm really happy with the footage that I got this week, and I hope that you enjoyed this one. Please give it a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button. I have lots of footage and lots of videos coming your way, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye everyone.